As you all know, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. So, we've been talking about how to define our relationship, how to be intentional. But we've been talking about relationship. Now, I just want us to talk about what love is. What is love? I know a lot of people will tell me that love is affection, love is this, love is feelings, love is that, love is this. So, what is love? Basically, a lot of people will say, as I said, and some will say love is pure, love is this, love is that, love is us, love is, you know, the way we think differs and our perspectives are different. But what I want to talk about in this video is I title it what real love is really like. What real love is really like. Now we've been talking about relationships for some time now, but relationships, what does it entails? Love. What manner of love does relationship entails? You understand? Like what manner of love does relationship entails? I wrote here, I said love is the highest form of maturity because I believe that, which I know that you believe, you also believe that there is no one, there is no one that is like, don't let me put it in that way. A boy and a girl cannot come and say that yes, they are in love. Relationship, yes, they can say they are in love, but relationship basically, love relation is not meant for boys and girls. It is meant for real men and real women, or real ladies and real guys. Because it's not about money. Yes, money can be part, but money majorly is not everything. Money is not happiness. It can be. It can make people happy, but basically, money is not everything. You understand? So, I believe that a boy and a girl are not meant for relationship. It is meant for ladies and guys, men and women that are mature. So love is the greatest maturity. Love makes people mature. Like it inculcates in people maturity. Because if you are not mature, there are some things that you can't condone in relationships. Now, love often requires a selfless sacrifice. Now look at that song that um everybody knows, Reckless Love. Holy, overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Holy chases me down, fighting I'm found, leave the 99 for God, for someone to leave a 99 sheep. You don't understand, 99 sheep, and went after to look for the only one that was missing. You don't understand. That is a selfless love, a selfless sacrifice. I mean, selfless sacrifice. If you can't give that, my dear sister, my dear brother, you are not ready for love, oh, because love requires a whole lot of sacrifice, a whole lot, reckless love, like never-ending love. Like let's say, for instance, if we can't, if we are not willing to make some sort of sacrifice, or to make some sort of to make a little sacrifice in our own way, or play our own part in a relationship, we probably don't love the other person at all, because love basically is sacrifice itself. Apart from I love you, you are the only kidney corn, you are the only bread, you are the only butter in my bread, the only sugar in my tea, the only this. Apart from all this, love is sacrifice. Now, the kind of love that I noticed this day that people give to people is the kind of one that we believe that if this person did not give me or do this thing for me, I won't be able to respond to what the person. You don't understand. Like, let me come. Like, I'm making it a little bit confusing. Okay, let me say it like this. Like, the kind of love people give this day. Let me read it as I've written. The kind of love people can give in and of themselves is so limited because of what it gives back. Those love that people now, like, people do, people are in. It gives back, their love gives back in response to what someone has done for them. And it is often used, some people even use this love of a thing to manipulate others or to gain control of them. That is not selfless love, that is not reckless love, that is not sacrificial love. Now, let's look at God's love, as I've said the other time. Reckless love, leaving the 99 looking for only one sheep. Ha, like, you don't understand. When you left the whole 99 sheep and looking for only one, you could have just forget about that one because he has 99 already. But he just, that love is there. He just want to get hold of that lost one and make it 100. You don't understand. God's love is pure, it is selfless and unconditional. I'm not sure. Yeah, a lot of people ask this, but are we willing to sacrifice? Yes. Are we willing to sacrifice, make sacrifice? But those people that we claim that we love. Now, God's love is selfless, it is pure, it is unconditional. Now, God doesn't give us mercy or favor because of, maybe because we deserve it, or because um we've done something for him, or maybe because of the good works we've done. No, 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 no. Despite our flaws, our weaknesses, our insecurities, our everything, he still loves us. He still loved us. He's always there through it all. He has always been there. He stand. People always say that if they did not like, that is because of the prayer I prayed last night that woke me up, that God, be with me throughout the night. Oh Lord, protect me, guide me, and so on and so forth. That kind of prayer, that's what made them alive to this day. Wow, let me tell you, let me blow your mind. The thing is that there are a lot of people out there that wants to, a lot of people that are dead now that wants to be here right now. Today is January 11th of January 2021, 2021, and a lot of people want to be here like right now, but they are nowhere to be found. Some are in the hospital. Do you know how much they sell oxygen per day? Hey, oxygen, oh, and you and me and I, we are receiving oxygen and carbon dioxide free of charge. We can breathe in, we can breathe out, and inhale, we can exhale. We thank God for the bread of life, for the privilege of life. Thank God for the tissues and cells that are working perfectly in us. There are a lot of people that it's just small headache, and they are gone. That's the end of them. Some of us throughout 2020, we never visited hospitals. Do you think it's because you know how to pray, you can scabush? Hey, do you think it's because you know how to dress well, you know how to package yourself, you know how to do things, you used to help the less privileges? It's because of God's love. God loves us not because we do all these cool things, not because of the dead works, not because of everything, not because of the good work you are doing, but because he loves us. He loves us unconditionally, and not because you deserve it, not because I deserve it, not because of the good work you are doing or you have done. He loved us unconditionally. He has reckless love for us. Now, there are a lot of people that are so self-centered that the only thing they think is about them, 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 them. Let me tell you something. If you only think about yourself, you are not ready to be in a love relationship at all. Because love is not self-centered. It thinks for two people, not only one person. Instead of saying I, it says we. Instead of saying I, it says us. Love is not about I, me, myself, and I alone. No. I pray God help us. Now, God loves us because He is love Himself. God is love Himself. It is who He is. God is love. It is who He is and what He does. Anytime God wants to do things, it's because He loves us. It is who He is. It is what He does. Now, Love comes with a sacrifice. And sacrifice is not always convenient, or it's not always fun, it's not always easy. Yes, I know. I'm not saying that it is easy or fun. We have to be blunt, we have to be practical, we have to be real and genuine. Sacrifice is not fun or easy. My HOD in my department in church always say this thing. He always say that Temitope, it is not always going to be convenient. And sometimes when I go late for departmental meetings, maybe because of one or two things, and they say Temitope, it's not always going to be convenient. And that's true, it's not always going to be convenient because I'm not going for that departmental meeting because of my HOD. I'm not going that it's for my own benefit, and it's because yes, I love God and I want to know Him more. I want to know more of Him. The more I know Him, the more I know me myself. I see myself through the mirror of His Word, and I want to know Him. Why would I go? And so, what? It's not going to be convenient. Sometimes you just feel like I want to sleep. I just want to sleep in my bed. I don't want to wake up. I just want to sleep. I want to have my me time. But love requires sacrifice. God loves us, that's why He gave His beloved Son. So what act are you doing to show that yes, you love that person? Don't always don't always think about you. Think about us. Think about we. Stop saying I. Now, but when it is sacrifice is not always fun or easy, but when it is motivated by godly love, it always brings greater peace and joy to your soul. Yes, a lot of people that cannot that can obey but cannot submit. There are difference between obedience and submission. Like yes, the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice, and the Bible also says be submissive to your husband. Now, I'm not married, but apart from being submissive to your husband, there are a lot of things that you have to also, a lot of people, a lot of things that you have to be submissive to. Now, a lot of people will say that obedience and submission are the same. They might be intertwined, but they are different. I can obey sometimes. I can obey, like, I'm using myself as an example. I can be someone that is obedient, but I might not be submissive. It is different. Love is sacrifice itself. Love is sacrifice. Are you willing to give? What are you willing to give? What are you willing to give out to that person that you claim that you love? Stop thinking about you and you alone. What are you willing to do for that person? Love is about sacrifice. Reckless love, unconditional love, selfless love, pure love, genuine love, true love. Not boyfriend and girlfriend of a thingy. Purposeful love. Let's sit down and talk about this. Love is sacrifice. We've been talking about what real love is really like. Love is sacrifice. Love is the highest form of maturity. We are not mature. We are not ready to be in love, my dear sisters and brothers. Because there are a lot of things as I've said earlier, that you need to condone. Yeah, it's just like that. I pray God help us. Let us sing that song one more time. Holy, holy, overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found. Leave the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still, you gave yourself away. Holy, overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love. There's no shadow you will mountain you will climb up, coming after me. No mountain you won't keep down, lie you won't take down, coming after me. Reckless love of God. Are you willing to sacrifice for that person? Even if it is little, stop thinking about you, myself, me, myself, and I alone. Stop thinking about you. Think about we, think about us. I love you so much, guys. And I pray God help us. God will help us. He will strengthen us and uphold us to be able to do things like Him. God will give us the ability to do things like Him, to walk like Him, to talk like Him, to react like Him, to act like Him, to behave like Him, to love like Him. Because God is love. He is who He is and what He does. Bye.